Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today, and this week sees the release of the historical and dramatic biopic The Best of Enemies hitting store shelves, along with the action thriller sequel Escape Plan: The Extractors, and Arrow Video is releasing a Blu-ray of the 1978 music comedy FM, plus much more. So let's go in, see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. Alright everybody, we are in a Walmart here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Escape Plan: The Extractors for $17.96, the DVD for $12.96 here. And I ended up watching this movie for the out and about here on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to watch it because I watched the first film in the theater, and I watched the second film when that came out on Blu-ray and DVD for the out and about, and I figured, well, might as well watch the third one. And the good news is that this is better than the second film. The second film, honestly, is really lackluster and was a real disappointment, to be honest with you. I felt it was really disappointing. I thought they misused Stallone. I thought there was a lot of things that they did wrong. The action wasn't great in that one. It felt really lackluster. This one is better, but it's only slightly better. You get the blood and gore here, some really cool kills here that the second film really didn't have. I think they used Stallone better in this one. I think the story might be a little bit better. There are disadvantages here, though. I don't think they really... It's called Escape Plan, and usually it's about, like, escaping prisons, and this one really doesn't do as good of a job with that as the first and second film did. Not only that, guys, but I thought they actually used Batista a little better in the second one than they did the third one. Not gonna lie, because I felt like Batista was just here because he was in the second one, that's it. So I thought they used him better in the second one. The villain is still weak sauce, unfortunately. It's not really great as far as villains are concerned. I don't think any of the Escape Plan films have actually had strong villain characters, but God, if I were to rank it, I guess I would put the first Escape Plan there, then this one, but it's definitely way down the line, and then the second one. That's what I would go. It's not a bad movie, but as far as Stallone action films are concerned, it's way on the bottom of the list, guys. Better than the second, but still one of those not great straight to DVD action movies. If you like the other two films, though, definitely give it a chance. You might end up enjoying it. Not terrible, but could have been way better. Then the next thing over here I'm seeing is they have the DVD of The Best of Enemies for $17.96. And I ended up watching this on Amazon Prime, and man, did I really enjoy this one, guys. This is a really great biopic, very dramatic film, basically about school integration back in the day and how, whites and blacks really didn't get along, and you have the, the Klan and how they didn't want this and how they were manipulating the situation. And very fascinating true story here, man. Taraji P. Henson and Sam Rockwell kill it. They're awesome in here, man. The story is really fascinating. Obviously, they kind of sugarcoat it a little bit in this because I'm sure there was more violence and stuff that was going on back in the day than what they show here. But they definitely do show the hatred that these people have for one another, and the fact that they had to come together to try to see if they could make this happen. I really enjoyed it, man. Really fantastic movie. Very well done. It's a shame that nobody really got nominated or got a lot of love for this film because, again, I thought the story was excellent. I thought it was well told. I thought the acting was phenomenal here. There's a lot to really love about this. Again, there's a little bit of sugar coating, but outside of that, man, was this a really enjoyable film, and I really enjoyed it. It held my interest for the 2 hours. I wasn't bored for a single second. Very fantastic film. Definitely check this one out if you haven't, guys. Well worth it. Really, very much. Well worth it, guys. Then over here I am seeing they have the DVD of Mia and the White Lion for $9.96. Quest for Freedom. What about Mia, the willful young girl whose life is turned upside down? Oh, okay, it's about a girl and her sort of white lion friend. Could be interesting, could be a nice little film for kids, could be an interesting one. You know, I love lions, they're beautiful, especially sort of white lions, which I believe white lions are rare if I'm not mistaken. It looks like a fairly average film, but it could be good if you're an animal lover and like lions. Could be interesting. Not a bad cover. Then over here I'm noticing that they have the DVD of Men in Black 2 that has $8 movie ticket for Men in Black International. And they also have these new Funko Pops, Agent M here, for, again, you have $8 movie ticket cash for Men in Black International as well. And Nick and I just put our review up for Men in Black International, and you're going to have to watch the review to hear our full thoughts, but dare I say it's more on the bottom of the Men in Black list than on the top, guys. But if you guys are still curious about it, well, they do have some of these that have the $8 movie cash in them if you haven't picked up any of the Men in Black franchise yet, or if you are interested in the Funkos. Not bad, but I'd probably say skip it. Not bad here. Let's see if Walmart has anything to show off. Alright everybody, we are over in this section of Walmart, and the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the DVD of The Public for $14.96. Now, I got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, guys, and this is a really interesting movie directed by Emilio Estevez. It's basically about this public library that a lot of these homeless folks end up staying at, you know, to survive the cold during the wintertime. And, you know, it's one of the coldest winters, and basically one day they all decide, why are we just staying out in the cold when we could just stay at this library all night and keep warm? And it's the struggle between sort of the library, its staff, the homeless people, the city, and just sort of what happens with sort of the battle with the homeless and the city and how they deal with that. A really fascinating movie, man. I really like this one quite a bit. I thought Emilio Estevez did a great job in front and behind the camera. Christian Slater did a great job. Jeffrey Wright. A lot of really great actors in this piece. Alec Baldwin as well. A really well-told story. I really like the different points of views here. I like the characters. I thought overall it was a very well-told story that I really liked. There was a couple of laughs here, a lot of great dramatic moments. Well worth your time, guys. Definitely give this one a look. I do recommend this one. Not bad. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Lords of Chaos for $12.96. Now, this movie actually was supposed to come out 2 or 3 weeks ago, man, and I watched it on Amazon Prime for that out and about, but it never came to any of the stores, which was a real shame. But this is basically about sort of the story of how Norwegian black metal sort of came to be, and sort of the pitfalls that happened with the person who created it, and just the idea of just sort of the absolute chaos and sort of the murder and just everything that happened between all of this, like, happenings over music, for Christ's sake. Really crazy, guys. I mean, I'm not a fan of black metal, so, you know, I don't know much about the genre anyways, but I thought it was a very interesting, sort of based on a true story of what happened to this guy. Very, very down on the dumps, depressed guy who helped create this sort of genre of music, but it ultimately became his downfall. And just very fascinating stuff about these people who believed in this sort of satanic rituals and how they wanted to destroy the world, but also yet, you know, also sing about it and do it with their music, and how they influence a generation of people. Very fascinating story here, man. Really fascinating. Got a lot of great actors here. Rory Culkin did a really great job here. Sky Ferreira, Walter Skarsgård. A lot of people really did. It's a really fascinating movie that's really well told, guys. Definitely give this one a chance. It's not the most accessible movie, especially if you're not a fan of black metal, but honestly, I thought the performances and the story was really interesting. I thought I was really intrigued by it. Not bad. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Dead Trigger for $14.96 and the DVD for $12.96 here. Ah, my man Dolph Lundgren is back, baby. Yeah. I love me some Dolph. Now, what is this about here? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. That's really cool, man. I kind of like that idea. I like that premise. Very interesting story, you know, about video games and taking the best people from the video games and having them try to sort of kill these things that are attacking. It's an interesting idea. I don't know how much it actually like is going to be a good movie. As much as I love Dolph Lundgren, some of these straight to DVD action movies are not the greatest. I mean, the cover is pretty cool. I like the idea, but did they do a good job actually making it work? I don't know. I mean, I'll almost watch anything with Dolph Lundgren anyways, but it looks interesting enough. I might end up giving it a watch. If you guys have seen Dead Trigger, definitely let me know. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of An Acceptable Loss for $12.96. Now, I end up watching this on Amazon Prime, mainly because of Jamie Lee, because I love Jamie Lee so goddamn much. And I thought it was a really great movie. She did a great job. Tika Sumpter did a great job. Basically, it's about this woman who has a lot of government secrets, and just basically how she is marked from people, and the idea that, you know, people are possibly out to get her, and she's on the run, and she's at the same time trying to like still live a normal life. Very interesting and fascinating political thriller, which I really quite liked a lot. I thought Jamie Lee was awesome in here. Very, very sort of stern, and, you know, has some of her very, you know, like deceptive moments. I quite like this one a lot. You know, it's one of those ones where I don't think a lot of people are going to find it. But if you really like political thrillers, this one is worth checking out, especially if you're a Jamie Lee fan, because I think she has a small role in it, but I thought she did a great job, man. Really well done. God, I really did enjoy this one quite a bit. An Acceptable Loss. Then they have over here, they have After the Storm, which is based on a Harlequin novel. Probably not that good. Probably not. Wild Faith, the DVD digital. Stand Your Ground. Interesting. Dove approved. Okay. Got some more Dove approved here. Civil War veteran. Could be an interesting idea. Not bad at all. I'm not usually much for period piece dramas, but I do like the idea behind it. Not bad. The Legend of 5 Mile Cave. What is this here? Another interesting Western. Again, I'm not huge into Westerns, unfortunately, and there's been only a couple that I've really ever liked. So for me, not sure about this one. It's an interesting idea, and if you like Westerns, might give it a go, but I don't know if it grabs my interest, though. And they've got Shadow Wolves, the DVD for $9.96. You got Evil can't hide in the shadows. Shadow wolves here. When ISIS terrorists begin to sneak across the U.S. border into Arizona, Colonel Ransom. Probably very interesting sort of espionage thriller, sort of action movie. Interesting. I like the cover. Cover is very cool. I like a good espionage action thriller. Might be very interesting. Shadow wolves. Not bad at all. And over here, guys, I'm seeing they have the DVD digital of Run for $9.96 with Stephen Baldwin. Another one with another Baldwin brother in it, okay? There's always straight to DVD and Blu-ray movies with a Baldwin brother in it, come on. God sees, God hears, nothing is hidden. Interesting. What is this about? Oh, it's Dove approved. Interesting. What's about? Apparently the journalist reports on human trafficking. That's interesting. About like human trafficking, sex trafficking, and it's Dove approved? There must be like something here to do with God or faith or something like that in order to make this Dove approved. I don't know why they would end up approving something that is about human trafficking and sex trafficking if it wasn't about like, faith or something to make it Dove of quality. You know what I mean? I like the cover. The cover actually looks really cool. I tend to like Stephen Baldwin. He's a pretty decent guy, but it's weird that this one is Dove approved. It's got to have a lot of faith aspects to it in order for this to have been approved for the Dove quality seal of approval. If you guys know anything about Run, definitely let me know. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Ulysses, A Dark Odyssey. Not bad cover there. Looks interesting. Ooh, Danny Glover and Udo Kier, baby. Udo Kier. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. What is it about? Towards the United States of Europe, 2023. Not too far off from that. Some soldier rule with amnesia. Cyclops and gypsies and sorceresses and what the fuck? I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting premise. It could be a really cool movie. There's this chick that just passed by, and she said that this is based off of a book, which I've never heard of the book, so I have no clue about that. But I like the idea and the premise behind it. Looks really interesting. This chick is all like bloody and shit. Looks really interesting. Danny Glover, I'm glad he's getting more work. Udo Kier, love me some Udo Kier. Especially, man, I remember him from Blade. God, a long time ago. He was awesome in Blade. I like the colors here. It looks interesting. Yeah. I would give this one a chance. Definitely let me know what you think of Ulysses, A Dark Odyssey. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Dead Sight. You'll never see them coming. Interesting here. I like the cover. Yeah, that rotting corpse zombie looking motherfucker. Yeah, I like that one quite a bit. World ravaged by a nightmarish and bloody plague of the living dead. It kind of reminds me, like that premise reminds me of like 28 Days Later or something like that. Kind of reminds me of it. Very gritty 28 Days Later. It kind of looks really interesting, actually. And maybe, seems like it has maybe a hint of Bird Box or something. Doesn't look half bad, honestly. I like the cover. I like the premise. Reminds me of 28 Days Later, which isn't a bad movie at all. Not bad at all. Dead Sight does look pretty cool, actually. Definitely let me know what you guys think of Dead Sight if you've seen it. This one does look really interesting to me. Then I'm seeing over here they have High Noon. Wanted Dead or Undead. Not a bad cover for this one either. Chad Michael Collins, Sean Patrick Flannery. Interesting. A gunfire from the remote rises from the grave, only to find that the band of werewolves that brutally murdered his wife is still running rampant generations later. What in the fuck? This is weird, man. So he was from the Old West, where werewolves were around, and he's still alive generations later, and fighting the old werewolves again. What in the... This might be one weird... this might actually take the cake this week for the weirdest fucking movie that Walmart's got. I don't know what to make of this one, man. I mean, it sounds cool with werewolves and gunfighters and everything, but... I don't know. It's, see, Walmart gets you with this, man. They, you see this cool, DVD cover, and then you end up looking at the idea oh, that's looking really interesting, and then you get it home and you're like, wah, wah, really bad. It looks kind of cool, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. But straight to DVD, man. The werewolves could look shitty. The action could really suck. Yeah, I'm on the fence about this. If you guys know anything about High Moon, I should say, definitely let me know. Let me know about High Moon. Very interesting. Then they have over here, they have Nightmare Shark right here. Another one of those shark attack movies. Very interesting. Your darkest fears will run deep. I like the cover though. Kind of reminds me of Jaws. A group of shark attack survivors played with... Well, that's interesting. Sort of experimental drugs and some sort of bringing their nightmare into the real world. Almost has a feel of Deep Blue Sea or something. God, they come out with so many shark attack movies, man. Straight to DVD shark attack movies, and many of them are not really good. Everyone's trying to ape off the success of Jaws, and some have been more successful than others, and others have really been shitty. I mean, I like a few good shark movies, but there's a lot more bad ones than there are good ones, guys. And again, the cover art is awesome, so they definitely would get you if you're blind buying, but still. Yeah. I mean, it looks interesting enough. Nightmare Shark. Again, the cover would get me, but the movie's probably shit once I get it home. Typical. Then they've got Soul Reborn, the DVD for $9.96. The soul is there for the taking. Very nice. Another really great cover, man. I tell you, they really do their best to get people to buy these with really cool covers. Let me tell you. Some spirits are too evil to hold. Charlie's getting married. Oh, sort of a bachelor party that goes completely wrong. People are getting killed and taken, and I have a feeling it's sort of this where these spirits are killing people, and he's sacrificing them for some evil purpose or something. It probably is something like that for Soul Reaper. Probably a not so great horror movie, but again, one that has a really cool cover that might attract people. Think I'll pass on that one. And then they have Robert Reborn, The Curse Continues. Robert's back, and this time he has company. Very interesting. Robert Reborn. I vaguely remember another movie that had this character in it. I remember vaguely, very vaguely, man. I like the cover though. It's got him, some cool other little dolls there. One that looks like a really fucked up skull character. One that looks like a Cyclops chick. And Robert himself looks like a cross between Chucky and Annabelle, and not the old Chucky, the new Chucky. Horror at 30,000 feet. Killing is child's play. Shit, they even take some of the fucking self-promotion from Child's Play. Really, killing is child's play. Wow. In 1951, USSR, as the Cold War intensifies, infamous dictator Joseph Stalin is suffering from an illness and her death is imminent. Meanwhile, Stalin is... Interesting idea, I'm not gonna lie. It is an interesting premise and an interesting idea, but I don't know. I mean, I like killer doll movies. Like that movie Dolls is really cool. I like that one. Some of the Annabelle movies aren't bad. Of course, I really do love the Child's Play series, so I do like killer dolls. I just don't really know about this one. Robert Reborn. The designs look really cool, but it could be one of those really cheesy, like, down movies that apes off of the more better ones. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, they even take some of the tagline from, like, the better Killer Down movies. Huh. I like the idea. Again, I never saw the first one with the robber character, so not sure I'd watch this, but is it worth it for me to watch the first one and get into the second one? It looks kind of interesting. I like the cover again. The doll designs do look a little cool, slightly fucked up, but a little cool. Definitely let me know what you think of Robert Reborn. Very interesting. And very interesting selection of new independent titles, guys. Every so often they have some really cool independent titles, and this week is definitely no exception. Alright guys, some very interesting stuff to check out this week. Alright, let's head out. Actually, not too shabby of selection this week over at Walmart, guys. It's not really the week for exclusives though, so don't really expect any exclusives, I think. But that being said though, there was actually a lot of really great independent titles that they put out this week, man. Like I said in the video, they don't always do it every single week, but when they put out some new interesting titles, some indie like horror releases and everything, that's some really interesting stuff to check out. I always love checking that stuff out. I love sort of the artwork, and I always love what is coming out next that Walmart puts out versus anybody else. Very cool stuff. Not a lot of releases this week, but certainly not a bad amount either. Alright guys, not too bad here. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head to the next location and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. To be honest with you guys, I don't think this is going to be a real big, like, bonanza release week. Not a lot to show off. But, you know, Walmart proved that you don't need a lot of really big releases in order to have a great week to show off physical media. Sometimes it's cool to show off the independent titles and give those some love, and maybe people are really interested in some of that stuff. So it's cool to put those titles out there and put something interesting out that maybe people weren't expecting, but maybe people might give a chance to. As far as Target is concerned, I don't think we're going to see a lot here this week, guys. I mean, again, they're mostly the new releases. Not only that, but they're family friendly, so we're not going to get a lot of those independent titles either. So I feel this is one of the lesser weeks for Target. But look, I've been surprised before. Maybe I'll be surprised again. You never know what they have. So let's head in and see what they got. Alright everybody, we are in at Target here, and the first thing I am seeing is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of The Best of Enemies for $24.99. And like I said, man, this is a really fantastic movie. Great true story. The acting is absolutely phenomenal here. And I wanted to talk briefly about Sam Rockwell. Because damn, dude, no matter what this guy does, he's always fantastic in any movie he's in. Whether we're talking about The Green Mile, Galaxy Quest, Matchstick Men, he won the Oscar for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which is a great film. And he's even doing that FX show about Bob Fosse, which I have not seen anything of it because I don't have FX, but I've heard good things about it. But you know what, though, man, is that what's great about Sam Rockwell is he's never forgotten his roots. Like, even though he's won an Oscar, like, he could be like, well, I'm too good for these independent films or these small releases. No, he still does a lot of really small independent releases. He still takes a lot of chances on projects. He's really just a very interesting, versatile actor, man. I really loved him in that movie Moon by Duncan Jones. I think he's great in Iron Man 2. Oh, man, even a movie that's not as so good, like the remake to Poltergeist, which is a real shitty movie by the way. To be honest with you, he's really great in it. He's just, oh man, he's just a really great actor, and I will definitely watch anything that he's in, bar none. He is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I mean, he makes it great. Taraji P. Henson makes it great. It's a true story. It's really well worth being told. Yeah, you know what? For me, I think this is one to definitely watch, especially if you're a fan of Sam Rockwell, because I love how he transforms as an actor. He doesn't do the same performance twice. He's always doing something unique and interesting. To me, he's a very underrated actor. Not many people really think of Sam Rockwell right off the bat. And there's another movie where I really wanted to say how great he is in, is Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, directed by George Clooney. Look that one up too, guys. In fact, go on his IMDb page and look up all the titles he's been in. It's been quite a lot. A lot of actors fall off after a while. He's continuing to rise. I fucking love Sam Rockwell, guys. Definitely worth it, and his performance alone, very good in here, guys. Definitely worth it. Then, over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Escape Plan, the Extractors for $19.99, the DVD for $14.99 right here. And, oh, yeah, unfortunately not really a great third film in this series. Well, hasn't really been good since the first movie, to be fair. And very interesting here, because I wanted to talk about this for a second. The bad guy in this movie is Devin Sawa. Now, I haven't seen Devin Sawa in quite a long time, guys. And there's a moment in this movie where Devin Sawa has to have a big fight scene with Stallone. And I almost laughed my ass off, because I'm literally sitting at home watching the movie thinking to myself, am I supposed to believe that Devin Sawa can even kick Stallone's ass? I mean, really? Yeah, I wasn't buying it, but to be honest with you, it was good to see him in a movie. I used to love Devin Sawa back in the day, man. God, he was in Final Destination. I believe he was in SLC Punk. God, he was really great in Idle Hands. Idle Hands is still a great horror comedy, one of my favorites. I love that movie. And there's another movie that he did, which is an independent horror movie, sort of a horror comedy with Kelly Hu and Ken Foree, which is really great, called The Devil's Den. The Devil's Den is a really interesting movie. I showed my friend John that film, and he fell in love with it, dude. It reminds me of like From Dusk Till Dawn and stuff like that, but a little bit more cheaper quality. But it's actually a really fun film. And I think Devin Sawa, he hadn't been in something in a long time. I think he was having issues with like drugs and stuff like that, and hopefully he's on the mend, because he used to be a great actor, and he fell off the wagon big time. But it was nice to see him in this movie. I just don't think he's very intimidating in it, and I don't think that I buy him for a single second as competing with Stallone, but whatever. I mean, you know, I didn't always love the Expendables movies, but they got really great bad guys in them. The Escape Plan movies don't have really great bad guys, not gonna lie. If you look at all three ones, yeah, their bad guys are pretty weak, guys. Yeah, but it was good to see Sawa in a movie. Maybe not this one, but it's good to see him back, though. Then over here, I'm seeing the Blu-ray digital of Dead Trigger for $16.99 right here, guys. And, oh, you know, it's a zombie movie, and I kind of, see, I think the zombie genre has really been just overdone right now, man, and it really needs to take a break. There's only a few ones that have come out recently that I really like, that I saw through Netflix, man. Like Train to Busan was really fantastic. And, you know, as much as I used to love The Walking Dead, that's running its course too. I even heard they're going to do another show, like another spin-off. And I'm like, really? I like zombies. I have a ton of zombie movies in my collection, guys. But, you know, I just feel like there's certain horror genres that really need to retire for a while, and the zombie genre really does. I mean, this movie has an interesting idea, but I don't think it's probably done to the best ability, and I think that's the problem. Having a lot of really bad zombie movies out there just really has killed the genre. I am looking forward to a few zombie stuff that's coming down the pike. I know Zombieland 2 is definitely coming out. I'm looking forward to that, but outside of a few exceptions, not the biggest fan of the zombie genre anymore, unless there's something that comes along that's really unique, but I doubt Dead Trigger is that, guys. Then I'm also seeing they have the DVD of The Public for $16.99. Now, this movie is actually directed by Emilio Estevez, and he does a great job here. He also does a really good job acting as well. And I was always curious, whatever happened to Emilio Estevez, because he used to be a really prominent actor, did a really great number of movies like the Mighty Ducks films and Men at Work and all these really great titles. Judgment Night, if I'm not mistaken, that title as well. Repo Man. He's done a lot of really great stuff, and he just fell off the wagon, man. He just stopped doing stuff, and I don't know if he got sick of Hollywood or whether or not he got blacklisted or something. I'm not really even sure, but it's kind of weird because his family is huge into acting. I mean, Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen, and it's really great to see Emilio back because I remember loving Emilio Estevez, man. I mean, that first Mighty Ducks film, dude, that thing is fucking classic, man. I love that shit. And he's just a really great actor. I know he does more directing now than anything else. I know he directed The Way with his father, and I think another film called Bobby. I think he's not really doing much more acting anymore. He's more focusing on directing, which is cool. I mean, I don't mind actors transitioning over to directors. I just am really curious to why he sort of really stopped being in these high profile films unless he got offered really bad stuff. I mean, I love him in Stakeout. I think Stakeout's great. Another Stakeout, not so much. Like I said, he used to be a really great actor, really popular or something. I mean, you go watching The Breakfast Club, he's amazing in it. I just don't know what happened to him. And I think after a while, some of these actors, these older actors from like the 80s or something, I think at a certain point they kind of get burned out. You know what I mean? They kind of get burned out of the limelight. You'll see a lot of the Brat Pack nowadays, like Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson and everything. They're not really doing much work anymore. And I kind of feel like maybe Hollywood is done with them, but they're trying to find new and different things to work on. Like I said, I'm really happy that Emilio is still getting work and still doing a great job. And then, like I said, he does a great job directing this movie. And it really is a great movie about, again, society, our thoughts on people who are considered bums and how we treat them. I really think this is a powerful movie, definitely worth watching. And it's great to see Emilio back in the spotlight. It really honestly is, guys. He is a great actor. I'm glad that he's finally coming out and doing more work. Well deserved. Hope he does more, for sure. And there isn't any special features on here. I wish there was special features because, God, I would love to see a commentary by Emilio Estevez, but unfortunately not. But it is still a really great film. Definitely worth checking out, guys. Other than that, that does it for Target here. Not a lot of releases, just a few to check out this week. Like I said, we weren't going to get a lot of selection this week. All right, let's head out. Yeah, really small selection this week, guys, not going to lie. I wish we would have gotten more selection, but I kind of knew that this was a slow week. Regardless, we weren't going to get much to show off. On top of that, Target doesn't really supply us with the independent releases either, so all we're really getting is the new releases, and that's it. I mean, it was nice to see The Public, it was nice to see that Dolph Lundgren movie, but outside of that, yeah, we weren't going to get a lot this week. I'm not really disappointed with Target, more as I'm just like, it's typical, so I'm okay with it because I knew this week was slow anyways, and they weren't going to have the stock, so it happens. Alright guys, well, let's head to the next location and hopefully some more goodies to show off. Alright everybody, we are at our third and final location, the Beast Best Buy. But before we go in, I wanted to talk about a couple of trailers with you guys. The first, Charlie's Angels 2019. God, where do I want to start with this one, guys? Truth be told, that first Charlie's Angels reboot with Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Bill Murray was in it, Tim Curry, Cameron Diaz. It wasn't terrible. I actually kind of like it. I actually kind of do. I think it's not a bad movie, all things considered. I thought it sort of reinvented the Charlie's Angels in a very unique and interesting way. I like the comedy. I like some of the action. I thought Mick G did a really good job directing the movie. It didn't light the world on fire, but I tended to like it. And then the second film came out a little while later, and man, did I not like that one. Man, I thought they went in the completely wrong direction. Demi Moore is the bad guy. I wasn't feeling her. I wasn't feeling the dynamic between all of them as I did that first time around. It felt like they really just didn't do anything with Bill Murray in that one. To me, I just felt like it went from a pretty decent first movie to just a disastrous second film, and it killed any chance of another film they would have probably gotten. And you thought, well, that's that. You know, they're not going to make any more or do anything with it. And then here comes Charlie's Angels 2019. The trailer's not terrible. To be fair, the trailer's not terrible, but it doesn't give me any confidence in the actual movie. I mean, I like Kristen Stewart. I like her quite a bit. Do I think she's the right fit to be in Charlie's Angels? I don't. Naomi Scott, I think, is in this as well. She looks okay. Elizabeth Banks is playing Bosley. All right, I'm not really super excited about that. I mean, she's directing the movie. I think Elizabeth Banks is a great actress. I kind of like her as a director. I mean, she did that Pitch Perfect movie. I think Pitch Perfect 3, if I'm not mistaken. And man, I just didn't really care for it. I didn't care for her. To me, man, I don't think she's the right fit to be a director in this. And there's got to be a reason why you're doing this movie now. Are you doing it just to reboot it for the sake of rebooting it? Or are you redoing it because you have something to say about the spy world and about espionage and about the Me Too movement and women? And do you have something to say, or are you just doing it for the sake of doing it? Because I watched the trailer and nothing about it really stands out to me or seems special or seems unique or seems like it has something to say. It's just there for the sake of being there. And that's, I think, the problem that I have with a lot of these reboots and remakes nowadays, guys, is that they're just out there for being out their sake. They're not really reinventing anything in a unique or interesting way. They just put it out there because, hey, maybe we'll make some more money off of this, so why not go and do it? That's how I feel about this, guys. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll go and see it, but at the end of the day, there's nothing here that gives me confidence. There's nothing special or unique here like I felt with that first Charlie's Angels reboot. Yeah, it just seems very uninteresting to me. I mean, definitely let me know what you guys think of that one. And also, Jumanji: The Next Level. Now, talk about a trailer that's much better than Charlie's Angels. You know, when I went to the movies to see Welcome to the Jungle with Nick, I didn't know exactly what we were gonna get from the movie, because I thought I loved the first Jumanji movie, and I'm like, what are they gonna do with a sequel? I mean, really, especially so many years later. And it surprised the hell out of me, guys. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought, dude, this was way better than it had any right being, man. And I thought this was a really good capper to the Jumanji series. I thought it really finished it off in a great way. And that was it. Didn't really think we needed any more until I heard rumors of, okay, they're going to be making a sequel. That Welcome to the Jungle movie made a lot of money. Why not try it? And I'm hesitant because I'm thinking to myself, you know, capturing lightning in a bottle is really tough to do, you know, 2 times around, especially for the Jumanji series, where no one was expecting much out of the second one and they got way more than they ever expected. Now to try to do that another time, it's a little risky. But to be honest with you guys, what my honest thought about it is that I think it looks kind of interesting, to be honest with you. I like how they're picking up slightly after the last movie. I like that you have The Rock back in here. I like that you have Karen Gillan back in here. I like that you have a lot of the same players from that last movie in here. I like how they're continuing the journey. They're continuing the story. I like how they're adding Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. I think that's fucking brilliant. I love Danny DeVito. I love Danny Glover. You have these older guys who are, you know, way past their prime, and they're accidentally put in the game as, you know, Danny DeVito being The Rock and Danny Glover being Kevin Hart. And I think it's brilliant, because to try to see The Rock do an impression of Danny DeVito is probably going to be fucking priceless, guys. It's going to be priceless. I can't wait to see what Kevin Hart does with a persona of Danny Glover. And I think hopefully everyone will have a chance to shine. I'm really interested in Jack Black, because Jack Black in the last movie really stood out to me. I thought he was brilliant. So I'm really looking for him to stand out in a big bad way, guys. Outside of that, I really love Karen Gillan. I'm glad she's back in here. You also have, I think, Jake Kasdan, who is directing this, who did the last movie and is coming back for this one, which really makes me very happy, because, you know, that means that you know, he's gonna make it really good. He's gonna make it the same type of quality as Welcome to the Jungle was, which gives me a lot of hope. Overall, I mean, some could consider this a cash grab, but you could have said that about Welcome to the Jungle as well. I have good feelings about this one. I think they will pull it off. I like that they're going to do a slightly different story, slightly different adventure to the game. I'm very curious to see how it all works, guys. I think this has the potential to be a really cool follow-up. You know, you never know, but this one I have good vibes to, because I believe The Rock really does want to make this a really great movie. Kevin Hart really does. I think they were all surprised by the success of the last movie, so why not try it this time around as well and see if lightning can strike twice? I think it possibly could. Definitely let me know what you think of Jumanji: The Next Level and the Charlie's Angels trailer. In the meantime, let's head into Best Buy and see what the Beast has to offer us this week. Let's head in. All right, everybody, we are in at Best Buy here, and the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Escape Plan, The Extractors for $17.99. And you know what, man? I really did have high hopes for this franchise, because, you know, watching the first one in the theater with Bob, we really enjoyed it. We liked Stallone in it. We liked the character that Schwarzenegger played. I thought the story in the movie was better than those Expendables films. I thought you got to know them. I thought they were relatable. I thought they were fleshed out. I liked escaping the prison. I liked all that stuff, guys. And I thought there was going to be potential for more films that were theatrically released, because at the end of the film, they kind of hint that Schwarzenegger could come back. And I was always hoping that they would add more people to the list, like add Dolph Lundgren to the list, or add some of these other action stars to this franchise. But it quickly went bargain basement. It quickly went down the straight-to-DVD sort of lame action movie territory, which I didn't think it needed to do. It was cool that they added Dave Bautista, but to me, I felt like it's a missed opportunity. You could have done so much with this series, with the whole prison aspect. You could have brought back Schwarzenegger for more. You could have added more older action stars and really done something that was a better version of Expendables, which I thought would have been really cool. But it didn't go down that route, man. And Stallone rarely does these straight-to-DVD movies. He rarely does. He's more of a theatrical guy, and it's kind of interesting because I read an article through Facebook. It came up on my feed, how I guess he's promoting this movie, and he talked about how Escape Plan 2 was really terrible. It was the worst movie that he's ever been in, and that it really, it really didn't do him justice or his career. I agree with Stallone in it. I agree with him completely, but this movie doesn't do him any favors either. I mean, it's slightly better than the second film, but not by much. I mean, again, he says the second film is terrible. I agree with him. I'm glad he's being honest, but if he thinks that this is, much better, then he's lying to himself. He really is. Like I said, I really love that first Escape Plan movie, and that one is definitely worth seeing if you're a fan of Stallone and Schwarzenegger, especially them teaming up together. But outside of that, man, the other two, this one included, just is not that great. the idea was brought to its full potential in the first film, and beyond that, not much else, guys, unfortunately. Missed opportunities indeed, but you get here, making escape plan. Oh, you get a commentary, that's not bad. Trailer gallery, not much else, not bad. If you're a fan of the escape plan franchise, maybe give it a chance, but yeah, not very good, guys. I honestly would say skip it. Just watch the first film and forget these sequels ever existed. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Dead Trigger for $14.99. You know, like I said earlier, I really love Dolph Lundgren, man. Dolph is great. But Dolph does a lot of these straight-to-DVD and Blu-ray movies, man. He did that one, I forget the name of it, where it was like robots versus zombies or something, and he was caught in the middle of it or something. That wasn't a bad movie, but it's kind of funny when it comes to Dolph Lundgren because he can do a lot of high-profile projects, and then he'll do sort of straight-to-DVD work. Like, when you're in Aquaman, right, and Aquaman makes a boatload of money, and then you're also in Creed 2, and that makes a lot of money, and people are really loving him in those movies, and then you go and make straight-to-DVD movies. I'm always curious why actors do that. Are they just not given enough, like sort of scripts? Are they just, or does their manager say, hey, by the way, you're not making Aquaman all the time. You might as well just make some cheesy action B movies. Maybe it's kind of tough. Like I said, I like Dolph, and I give Dolph a lot of credit. He's been a great actor for many years. I love his sort of action quality. And you know what? He's actually one of the better action people than I think people give him credit for. He's better, in my eyes, than Van Damme. He's better than Seagal. I think he's definitely more up there than people will give him credit. I think he's very underrated. And you know a movie that really is underrated of his is The Punisher, the old school Punisher film. That's a great Punisher movie, and it's one that I don't think people give a lot of love to, unfortunately, but it really is well worth it, guys. That's one that I hope comes out on like a collector Blu-ray edition at some point, man, from some like company here in the US, because I would love to see it, man. He's awesome in that, and he's definitely underrated in a big bad way. I think he was actually one of the better people in all of the Expendables films. I definitely do. I mean, if you want to give this one a chance because of Dolph, I can't blame you. I'd probably do the same, guys, but outside of that, can't say I could recommend this one. But no special features here, which is a shame. I wish we would have gotten some special features, but yeah, you know, some of these straight-to-DVD ones don't always get the special features, guys. It's a shame. And you know, one other thing about the escape plan Extractors that I wanted to say to you guys, this is actually if I can up close here, this is a Movie Pass Films. So it's actually made by Movie Pass Films and distributed by them. And I told you guys in my last like Movie Pass video that they were making more straight-to-DVD movies to sort of bring in the younger and hip audience, and yeah, this isn't doing it, guys. It's not bringing in the hip or young audience at all, and MoviePass is now known for shit more than it is actually for quality. This is better than Gotti, but yeah, as far as action movie goes, ain't that good, guys. But hey, another MoviePass special. They may not be around for a long time, but while we still have them, they might as well give us some shitty quality movies, you know what I'm saying? Not too bad so far, guys. Let's see what else they got. Alright guys, we are over in this section of the new releases, and the only other thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of The Best of Enemies for $22.99 right here. And, you know, again, man, this is a highly recommended film. A really great movie, really encompassing the historical context of segregation and everything that it took to sort of bring black kids into these schools with the white kids. Very well done movie. And you know, it sort of brought up an interesting thought to me, because despite people's backgrounds, despite people's sort of their stature in the world, whether they're rich or poor or whatever, we can all find common ground with somebody, you know what I'm saying? And I think we live in times now where certain people, man, they just shut other people off. Like if you like this person, or if your political affiliation is this, then I don't want to hear from you. I think everyone has good sides to the argument. You just have to hear them out. You have to find common ground. And I'm noticing a lot of times on the Blu-ray forums and a lot of like comments on other YouTube channels, there's a lot of fighting between movie lovers. And I know that's not really much to do about this movie exactly, but it sort of reminds me of the idea of common ground, the idea that to a lesser extent, like, we may not like every movie. Like, you may not like stuff that I like, and I might not like stuff that you like, but we have common ground because we love movies, and that's really the important part. I think everyone has good ideas, and everyone has an opinion worth listening to. You just got to open yourself up to the idea of it. And again, I think for some people that's a little bit harder than others to do, but I've noticed again in sort of the Blu-ray forums and the movie community that a lot of times people really hate on others' opinions. And I've always told you guys that when I talk about movies, they're my own opinion. You guys might not agree with me, but hopefully you guys respect what I have to say, and I definitely respect what you guys have to say. But this is a great movie about trying to understand other people that maybe you wouldn't want to otherwise. It's a very powerful movie, definitely worth checking out, guys, definitely, for sure. And you've got Make a Connection, And At Water, An Unlikely Friendship, and Trailer. Not bad special features, and again, this is a great true story. They even show the two main leads, who they are in real life and what happened to them after all this went down. Very interesting, very fascinating. I really enjoyed the movie quite a bit, and honestly, I think it's definitely worth watching, guys. I honestly do. It's a movie that didn't get any kind of Oscar love, but one that I think you guys would really enjoy. I honestly wasn't bored. I really loved the story quite a bit. Not bad at all. Other than that, that does it for the new release section here, guys. Let's see if they got anything else to show off. Alright, everybody, we are over in this section over here, and I'm seeing over here they have the 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital, the Fast and Furious 8 movie collection for $74.99. And I think they're starting to put out more of these 4K releases because they're starting to hype up that new Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw movie that's coming out soon. And I am interested in the movie, but I got to admit I'm not really interested in these sort of box sets. And the reason why I'm not really interested in them is because the series is still going on. In fact, they're making the 9th movie as we speak. And I think these box sets are a waste of time. To me, personally, if you know the series is going to continue, why buy this box set? Because in about maybe a year and a half's time, maybe a little bit more, this box set is going to be incomplete. So there's no reason to pick this up, guys. I mean, it's one thing if you buy a movie collection and then years later they make another movie again and you didn't know that was going to happen and, you know, you had already bought it. It's one thing where the series is still going strong, and if you buy this, you're basically an idiot. I mean, I'm not going to lie here, because why invest $75 worth of your money for a collection set that basically is going to be null and void when they're going to put out a big collection set of 9 films, and you're just going to be left like, whoops, you know? I mean, some people like individual releases. I do, but I know they've put out so many releases of this, guys. They've done so many sort of movie collections of the Fast and the Furious franchise, and every time I see it at the stores, I just shake my head because there's no reason to buy it. You know, once the series is all done, then maybe pick up a complete movie collection. But outside of that, I can't really recommend you guys buying this stuff. I mean, individual releases, yes, but a big movie collection like this, I cannot see it, guys. I honestly cannot. Even if it's all good, and even if there's a lot of special features here, which there probably is a crap ton of special features here, it still doesn't matter, because again, this box set is going to be null and void and is not going to matter in about a year and a half time frame. So Yeah, I would say again, skip releases like this unless you're very positive that the movie series is all done. That's just my opinion though. Then over here I am seeing they have Justice League Steelbook, the 4K Blu-ray and digital for $31.99. Now they have this one here with this design, which is really cool. And then they have this one here with this design. Huh. I actually don't know which one I like better. I think I might like this one a little bit better, guys. That's a little bit more simple and unique one, but that's interesting. I haven't seen these in a while, so Best Buy must have only gotten a couple of copies in, which is kind of strange. Usually once these steelbooks sell out, they sell out and you don't see them again, but not in this case, guys. Interesting. And I have to admit that I don't know if we'll ever see another Justice League movie again. I mean, honestly, guys, I think DC is more focused on the individual releases. I mean, you have Wonder Woman 1984 coming out next year. I know they're trying to work on a Flash movie. We're getting a Batman movie. There's been no talk of them doing a Justice League film. There's just been no talk of it. So I don't know whether they're going to focus on ever doing another one to bring these people together. It would be cool. I like the idea of a Justice League film. I just think they did it the wrong way, and I don't think it was actually as good as it could have been. I think you needed to take your time on other types of releases. I think you needed to take your time on the individual movies and then do this movie. I think they rushed it, but I mean, it's got some good moments to it. I will admit, Zack Snyder goes on his Twitter and everything and releases all these pictures and these things and art from like his Snyder cut. And I know a lot of people want the Snyder Cut to come out eventually. I'm actually interested in checking out the Snyder Cut because I'm very curious about what was there versus what's in this film. And I know that a lot of people have done petitions for it and have wanted it to come out. I would actually like to see it come out at some point. I think it would be cool for DC and Warner Brothers to do that because you'd make more money on the release. I think fans would be very curious, and not only that, but I think you can do a cool comparison between the two films and see which one is better. I think it would be cool to actually do it, guys. I hope one day we get to see that film. I know sometimes we get to see lost films from directors and them come out years after the fact. I'd like to see that for Justice League, but let me know what you guys think. Not a bad steelbook though here, guys. Not bad at all. And another really cool steelbook as well. Two different varieties. Not bad, guys. Alright, well, other than that, not much else to show off. Not too bad here. A slow week. Alright, let's head out. Not too bad here at Best Buy this week, guys. I mean, as I told you, it is a slower release week, which means that, unfortunately, we're not going to get as much as we usually do. But I'm kind of happy that we get it at the beginning of the month instead of later on, because I know there's so many big releases that are coming out this month that it's nice to get a little bit of break at the beginning, because that we're going to get a ton of stuff to show off for sure, guys. A lot of really great, incredible titles to check out, man, for sure. So it's actually not bad to have a sort of easygoing week for sure, but still there was a lot to show off. Some cool releases, some cool independent titles, some cool surprises like the Justice League Steelbook for sure. So still some stuff to check out, some interesting stuff to give a look to. You never know what we're gonna find. Not too bad at all. Alright, let's head home and finish the video. Alright, everybody, that'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And come to think of it now, it actually makes sense why we didn't get a lot of releases this week, guys, because we're heading into July 4th weekend, and I think a lot of the studios thought that basically not a lot of people would be buying physical media. They're buying more stuff for July 4th, Independence Day, fireworks, food, everything. Not really physical media. I don't know whether they underestimated the market or whether they have a little paper that has research on it that says, yeah, no one's going to be buying this week. Who knows, guys? I actually got to check back in previous, July 4th week, videos to see whether or not there was a lot of physical media that came out. I almost think that there wasn't. it's just one of those weeks where I think they know it's going to be a holiday and people are spending their money in other ways. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad to get a slow week from time to time. I'm sure some of you guys are trying to catch up on a lot of the older releases that came out previously last month and the previous month. I know that there's some older titles in my collection that definitely need some love, and I definitely want to watch them. So having a slow release week is not such a bad thing, guys. Believe you me. In fact, I actually didn't really even pick up anything this week, which is, again, not a bad thing because I can focus on some titles that I haven't gotten a chance to watch yet, some older titles that I want to give some love to that's in the collection. So, again, sometimes a slow week is actually a blessing, so I'm not gonna hate on it whatsoever. And besides, in the next week or two, we'll be getting a lot of releases coming out, so it'll definitely make up for this week in a big, bad way, guys. But regardless, new releases, older releases, whatever you guys picked up, definitely let me know what you guys got. I am dying to find out. And before I let you guys go, I wanted to ask you guys a question actually. I recently got an email from this company that uh, is looking for me to possibly review some of their releases that they've done, um, in the past, and some of the newer releases that are coming out of theirs. Uh, I've been contacting these companies for a while, wanting them to maybe send me some copies to review. I kind of want to start to do that for the channel. I want to start to get review copies in from these companies and review them for you guys. That's what I would like to do. So to give you guys the heads up on some of these releases that we may not see in the stores. And honestly, I haven't gotten a lot of love from a lot of these companies. Not many people have actually contacted me back. And this is one of the only companies that has. Now, it's a company outside of the US, and it's a company that does some really wonderful, unique releases that I've seen other people review on their channels. And I'm actually really happy that they got back in touch with me, that they sent me an email, and I am thinking of contacting them back. But I really want to ask you guys whether I should or not, because I really value your guys' opinions, and I really value what you have to say and your thoughts, and I'm really always surprised by all the feedback and the love that you guys give me. And I don't want to do something for the channel that you guys might not enjoy. So so I give it to you guys. I give it to you guys. What should I do? Should I email this company back? Should I try to, say, hey, give me an opportunity. Let's see how this goes. Or should I say no? And should I pass? Again, you guys know me as a very honest guy. I give my honest opinions about these releases, and I'm going to be honest with this company. I'm going to say, I will talk about your product. I will show it off. I will, talk about the special features. I'll do all of that stuff, but I'm not going to just praise you guys for the sake of praising you. I'm going to be very honest about the movies that you're giving me, whether I like them or hate them. I'll talk about your packaging, what I think about it, everything like that. You know, I don't want to be one of these people that companies send me stuff and then I automatically have to be nice to them because they send me stuff. I still want to be an honest guy to you. I still want to have you guys know that I have your backs and I'm going to be a straight shooter and honest with you guys. So I am very interested to start doing this, guys. I am very interested to start doing sort of these videos where I review these movies from these companies and give you my honest thoughts and opinions. And it all starts with this one company right here that emailed me back. Again, I'm very interested in doing it, but I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys whether or not you think this is worth it for me to do, if I should delve into this. would you be interested in videos like that? Definitely let me know. I really want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from your opinions. And if you guys think I should do it, then I'm gonna go ahead and email them and try to see what I can do. If not, then I say thank you, but no thanks. It really depends on you guys, and I think I value your opinions extremely, and I wouldn't be asking you for your opinion if I didn't value it, guys. So please definitely let me know what your thoughts are on it. And I can't wait to hear what you guys say. I'm definitely anticipating that in a big bad way. And if you love the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD out and about videos I do. Check out the Blu-ray pickup videos I do every single month. Check out the theatrical movie reviews I do with my friends as well. My friend Nick and I, we did a review for yesterday, the alternate reality Beatles movie, which was really fun. And we also did a review for Men in Black International. Yeah, that was a doozy. Definitely check out those reviews, guys. And more reviews coming as well. Plus some really cool videos, Blu-ray pickup video for June, and so much more, guys. It's a summer of love when it comes to movies. So much in the theaters, so much hitting on physical media. It's a movie lover's dream, and I'm trying to keep up as much as I possibly can for you guys. But yes, if you love everything I do and how I talk about movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. Again, I want to thank my subscribers. I want to thank you guys. You really go out of your way to watch the videos, to comment, to really give me the feedback and the love that I really do appreciate. And I just love you guys really in the comment section, because we don't really fight. We don't fight, we don't argue. We have a very productive back and forth, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of you guys and your love of movies, and just that we give each other love and we support each other on this channel, and I really appreciate it a ton. I appreciate all of you. Trust me, you guys are some of the best subscribers out there. I say it all the time, but it really is true. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. And make sure that you are keeping up with everything I do through Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Film Fan 108. Keep up to date with everything I post, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. Alright guys, I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. Take care everybody, and happy hunting!